Hello, and welcome to today's practice called Steady Your Mind. We are going to use balance poses as a way of increasing the mind's ability to focus and concentrate in the moment. So, I recommend placing a blanket right across the center of your yoga mat, a folded blanket. And if you utilize yoga blocks, you can place those right off the front short side of your mat. And we're going to start today's practice by moving into tabletop shape. So you're going to place your knees right onto the blanket. The knees will be about frontal hip bone distance apart. And your hands are going to be as wide or a little wider than your shoulders. We're going to start with a gentle flow here. So we're going to connect the body's movements to the flow of the breath. As you take the next inhalation, you're going to release the belly down to the floor. And as you do, let the center of your chest lift and open up the throat a bit by tipping the chin slightly up. Now, as you take the next exhale, we're going to curl the toes under and start to release the pelvis toward the heels. Now, that might be just a little bit, depending on your knees as well as your toes and your feet, or that might be a little deeper, resembling a child's pose shape with the toe and foot stretch. And then we're going to start to move dynamically between these two poses. So inhale, rise up with the hips, uncurl the toes, release the belly and lift the heart. Exhale, curl the toes and release the pelvis toward your heels. Inhale, rock up, uncurl the toes, release the belly, lift the heart. And exhale, curl the toes and release the pelvis toward the heels. 2 more times. Inhale, rock up, release the belly, lift the heart. Exhale, curl the toes, shift the pelvis back. 1 more time. Inhale, come up, release the belly, lift the heart. And exhale, curl the toes and release the pelvis back. Inhale, we're going to come up with the pelvis to table. So take a moment just to notice where your blocks are. If you need to shift them a little bit more toward the corners of the mat, we're going to do some cobra. So it might be helpful to get those out of the way. I'm going to walk the hands a bit forward so that you come into a knee down plank shape. And you might even pick up your feet and cross at your ankles and lower calves. So you're hugging the ankles and the lower calves toward one another. And the lower belly is also gently drawing in. I'm going to take a breath in and begin to exhale and bend the elbows and slowly lower down. You're going to uncross the feet and let the tops of the feet press into the floor and the hands are underneath of the lower chest. We'll do some breathing cobra here. So press into the hands and the feet and inhale, lift the chest. So maybe that's just a small lift. Maybe that's a little higher. It'll depend on your spine. And then as you exhale, let's melt the chest back down to the mat. Lengthen the tailbone, feel the pubic bone anchored, lift the heart. And exhale to release. Three more times. Inhale, lift the heart, moving with the breath. Exhale, Release the chest back down. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, lower down. One last time. Inhale, cobra shape. Exhale, release back down. So stack your hands for a moment. Rest your forehead onto your stacked hands. Bend your knees so your heels draw into the buttocks, and then sway the lower legs a few times from side to side. Okay, release the feet back down. Slide the hands underneath of the low chest. We're going to press up through table. Take a moment to adjust the body. So knees beneath the hips, hands as wide or a little wider than the shoulders. Curl the toes. We're going to lift the knees and send the pelvis up toward the sky, coming into downward facing dog. Begin to gently pedal out through your feet and your knees. This is just going to change the sensation in the backs of the legs, creating more of a stretch up through the calf muscles as the heel anchors toward the mat. Find stillness. Take a last deep inhalation here. As you're breathing in, let your heels lift nice and high away from the mat. We're going to start to take the gaze to the space between the hands. And then we're going to walk the feet forward so that the feet land underneath of the hip bones. Soften the knees and fold the body forward into the legs. So feel free to adjust the blocks again, bringing them more toward the front short side of the mat. Place the hands onto the blocks. Inhale, halfway lift, so hands on blocks or shins. Lift the belly away from the thighs, draw the shoulders down the back, and then exhale, fold into the legs. Notice the increase of sensation in the backs of the legs as you fold more deeply into that forward fold. Breathe in, soften your knees, reverse your swan dive. Arms go wide, arms reach up by the sides of the face. Exhale, bring your prayer hands together and then slide your prayer hands down into your heart. Inhale, circle sweep the arms wide and around. Come into extended mountain. Prayer hands coming through the heart. Soften the knees and hinge out over the legs. Bring the body back into forward fold. Inhale, take a halfway lift with the spine. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, soften the knees and reverse the swan dive, extended mountain. Exhale, prayer hands come together and slide the prayer hands down into the heart. We're going to go through that flow 2 more times. Inhale, circle sweep the arms wide and up, extended mountain. Exhale, prayer hands coming through the heart, soften the knees and fold the body forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift with the spine. Exhale, fold forward into the legs. Inhale, reverse your swan dive. Reach your arms by the sides of the face. Exhale, feel your prayer hands come together and slide your prayer hands down into your heart. Inhale, circle sweep the arms wide and up. Prayer hands through the heart, soften the knees and fold the body forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift with your spine. Exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, prayer hands come together and bring the prayer hands down into the heart. Let your weight shift into the left foot, and we're going to bring the right foot into tree. So the foot can come higher onto the left thigh. It can go lower at the calf, or you can even just leave the ball of the foot or the right toes down on the mat for a little bit more support. Let the hands come to the heart and stabilize the gaze. So you want to have this sensation of the inner left leg and the right sole of the foot drawing in toward the center. Lengthen through the spine. And feeling the body sturdy. Doesn't mean that there won't be movement, but the body just adjusts to accommodate that movement and help you remain balanced. Take another breath in. And then as you're exhaling, slowly release the hands and slowly release the right foot down. So take your feet a bit wider, heels in and toes out, and we'll do just a gentle empty coat sleeves, just letting your arms wind around your body. Coming back to the center, let's take the tree Vrikshasana on the second side. Transition weight into the right foot and bring the left foot up to an appropriate spot. So toes can stay down, foot can come to the calf, or you can place the foot at the inner thigh. Find the prayer hand at the heart and steady the gaze. Just going to press the foot and the leg together. Feeling the body adjust. Small adjustments help you to remain stable, focused. Take a breath in. And then as you're exhaling, we're slowly releasing the pose. One more time, empty coat sleeve. So feet a little wide. Take that gentle twisting. Finding your way into the center, feet back underneath of the hips. Deep breath in, big sweep of the arms wide and up. Arms staying straight but coming forward so they're parallel to the floor. Right arm crossing on top, maybe giving yourself a hug. You can stay in that shape with the arms, or wind forearms, our forearms, and hands around one another. Breathe in. Exhale, bend the knees, come into chair. You can always stay right here or picking up the right foot and maybe crossing the right leg over the left. You can even take the right toes down to the mat like a kickstand for greater support. Eagle balance. Drawing in a little more to the center with this particular pose, feeling the arms and legs wind around one another. Finding strength and stability in the left leg and left foot. Take a breath out here. Now we're using the inhale to come into forward fold with the twist. You're going to unwind your arms and legs. And as you do, the left hand is going to reach down for the block, right foot plants, right arm reaches up, bend the left knee a little more deeply than the right. Turn the gaze down to look at the left hand. Have this sense of openness as you reach the left hand down and right arm up. Breathe in. Exhale, right hand comes down. You might need to shorten the stance just a bit. Just check in with your feet under the hips. Breathe in, halfway lift with the spine. Shoulders move down the back, and exhale, fold into the legs. Inhale, soften the knees a bit. Reverse the swan dive. Arms go wide and up. Arms stay straight, but they come forward. Left arm crosses on top this time. Wind your arms around your heart, or you can take forearms and hands. You can always hold right here. Take a breath in, exhale, bend the knees, come into chair. So you might be shifting into the right foot, maybe left leg coming up and over. Wind the legs, maybe left toes down. Steady the gaze, maybe right at the forearms or a gazing point, focal point straight ahead. Strength and stability in your right leg and right foot. Breathe out here. As you inhale, you're unwinding. The right hand is going to go down. Left arm is going to reach up. So you're going to bend your right knee, revolved forward fold. Look down at your right hand, right knee bends a little more deeply than the left as you twist the heart to the left. Breathe in. Exhale, left hand comes down, maybe adjust the stance, feet under the hips. Breathe in, halfway lift with the spine. Breathe out, forward fold. Breathe in, halfway lift with the spine. Breathe out, bend the knees, plant the hands, and step the feet back into downward facing dog. Shift into the left ball of the foot, sweep the right heel up into the sky, down dog split. Bend your right knee and turn the knee open to the right, revolved downward dog or twisted downward dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, lower the right foot down, shift into the right foot. Inhale, left heel sweeps high, bend the left knee, turn the knee open, twisted three-leg dog. Take a breath in. Exhale, left foot comes down. Adjust your feet, take a breath in through the nose. We're holding in downward dog, but exhaling softly out through the mouth. Breathe in. Exhale, soft sigh out through the mouth. Breathe in. And exhale, lower your knees down into table. So we're going to shift into the left knee and the right leg is going to extend. Now you can always keep the right toes down on the mat. That gives a little extra support for stability. Right leg might float up into the air so that the leg is about parallel to the floor. So there's another option to hold here. A third option could be to take that left arm and maybe reach it by the side of the face, so spinal balance. One final option is to take a bind. So you might bend your right knee, reach the left hand back, catching hold of the inner foot. And then we just feel the foot press into the hand. And that pressure of the foot into the hand creates a little more twist in the spine and a stronger opening across the front of the right thigh. Let's hold for another few moments. Last exhalation here. Breathe in, extend the arm and the leg, and exhale, lower the hand and the knee for a moment. Move the pelvis to child's pose. Inhale, come back up to table, second side. So left leg can extend, toes may be connected to the mat. You might lift the left leg parallel to the floor. Right arm might extend by the ear. And the last option is to maybe bend that left knee, catch hold of the foot with the hand, and feel a little press of the foot into the hand, turning through the heart. Take another breath. Inhale, extend the arm, extend the leg. Exhale, hand and knee come down. And again, let's move the pelvis back into child's pose. This time, we'll stay for a little longer, so stack your hands or your fist. Rest your forehead onto your stacked hands or fist and just let your body settle. Forward folds have a more calming effect on the nervous system. Just seeing if you can feel the more subtle effect of the pose on your nervous system, and you just feel as though you're just releasing, letting go each time you breathe out. With that release on the exhalation, breathe in and feel the mind steady, focused, gently uplifted. Let's take a few final rounds of breath here. All right, last round of inhale and exhale here. Let's just rock up to table. Let the legs come around. Point your knees to the sky. Lean a little weight into the hands, feet about as wide as your mat, and then just rock your knees from side to side. Take a moment to fold your blanket if you like. We're just going to let the pelvis come right to the edge of the blanket. So just for a moment, let's bend the right knee and send the left leg out. We're just going to take a side bend over that left leg. So left hand down and right arm is going to just reach, just to help balance out some of the movements that we did in today's practice. Let's just open up through the inner leg and the side waist. Last exhalation. Inhale, let's come through the center. Switch the legs, right leg extends, right hand down, left arm reaches up and over. Last exhalation. Inhale, come to the center, let the legs cross. Breathe in, a big sweep of the arms wide and up. Exhale, bring your prayer hands together and slide your prayer hands down into your heart. Inhale, circle sweep. Exhale, prayer hands together and down into the heart. One more time, breathe in, circle sweep. Exhale, prayer hands together, bring them down into the heart, bow the chin slightly toward the chest. Take one more cycle of breath here. The light within me sees and bows to that same light that exists within you. Thank you.